Baby, I'm back, but please don't act like I left. I ain't go nowhere far. I'm still right where you are. I still got 2 kids. You know what it is. A new house, but the same mouth. Visionary Victoria 2018 going into the 2019. I got my own website and I'm back, baby. Baby, you want to go there, we can go there. This ain't what you want, I'll give you all the smoke. And it's sizzling, baby. $299, $300, Today's subject is from my blog. It is called "It's Okay to Forgive Your Children." Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Baby, put that belt down. You ain't gotta hit them kids, just forgive them kids. Talk to them. It's all values. That's all you gotta do. You do it right, you ain't gotta do it twice. We're gonna talk about forgiveness today. Today you're gonna learn everything don't have to be resulting in violence. Today you're gonna learn how to talk to your kids. Yo, it's DJ Vic coming in with the hot 1s and 2s. This is why I feel it's okay to forgive your kids. I'm going to list the link down below to my websites and everything. I started a blog. I usually do the vlogs, but I started a blog. And you should read the article. It goes more into depth of why I think it's okay to forgive your kids. I share personal stories. I talk about my own past experiences growing up with my upbringing and everything. But it's just like nowadays I see so many things online and people are actually highlighting the times in their life when they were beaten or they did get, really bad spankings and everything like that. And a lot of times people joke about it and they talk about that's what's wrong with this generation today, that these kids don't get hit hard enough or spanked as often as our grandparents and etc. parents used to do it. And now this is just for me. This is not for everybody. This is my technique, but I just wanted to do a short video, pretty much just giving you guys an insight, a little bit of what the article is really about. But I talk about a lot of things I'm talking about back in the old days, from broomsticks to extension cords to tree branches to shoes to the nearest thing, a cord on the back of an iron, the nearest thing that was available, you'll get tapped with that. And I mean more than tap. The closest thing that was available, you'll get hit with that beat. And it's so sad. I see that a lot in our community, and I see all these memes on Facebook and people just laughing at it, talking about, how savage the mom was and how much we needed that. But I don't want to hurt my babies. They're not circus animals. I don't need to whip them to be tamed. It's all about instilling values. And I used to be jealous of the moms who seem to have their kids under control. But to be honest, a lot of those moms are bitter, that I know personally. A lot of those moms are bitter. They spend all day constantly yelling and screaming and taking it too far, publicly humiliating their kids in the grocery stores and everything, just to show they have everything under control. But at the end of the day, those kids don't know the values of respecting their mother. They just know honor thy mother when she has a belt in her hand, when she ready to whoop you. That's when they know things get serious. But to be honest, a lot of those parents who seem like they got everything on lockdown, the type of kids in class, and they be like, oh, your mama don't play, don't let me call your mom. Those be the kids that lash out the most. Guarantee you, those be the kids that lash out the most. You gotta make sure your foundation is strong, baby. You gotta make sure you don't take out that anger of everything that you're going through on your kids. Kids are a blessing. Kids are not a burden. Yeah, you hurt right now. Yeah, you stressing right now, but don't take it out on your kids. It's not their fault that they being children. That's just in their nature. You have so much to live for, so much to be blessed with. Don't let being stressed out take away from your joy of parenting, motherhood. Don't let that, because the kids only be small for so long, baby. Once they get grown, they gone. Give them a good experience. For real, give them a good experience. Let them look back and be like, dang, mama really did love us. Let them look up to you. Ma, how did you do it with us? To be honest, I got kids of my own now. I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like I'm going crazy, but you always held it together. Be an inspiration to your kids. I know you might be struggling. I know you might be a new parent or haven't been doing it too long and you're trying to figure everything out and everything is so frustrating and this and that, but you'll get the hang of it. Just be humble and teach that in your kids. And most importantly, bring God into your kids. Install the word of Christ. Kids will be so much more fulfilled and they'll be full and they'll have that humble in them once they know the word of Christ. They know God watching them. And it's real. And another thing is you need to act on the behaviors that you want your kids to be. Your kids is not going to be calm and quiet and humble if you keep arguing with your boyfriend. If you keep cussing him out. If you keep telling kids, stay in kids' place, get out my face, get out my business, I don't want to see you, go to your room and this and that. No. Hey son, how you doing? Hey daughter, how you doing today? What's on your mind? What you want to talk about? Oh, let me call you back. My son just walked into the room. Let me talk to him for a little bit. Hey baby, come here. That's important to a kid. Don't let them feel isolated and alone. When kids have their free time to do things, and when they act up a little bit, show your kids attention. That can rule out a whole lot of problems. For real, show your kids attention and they would appreciate that. Spend that one-on-one time with your kids, because if you don't, I feel like all they're gonna do, in your opinion, is annoy you. Do what they want to do. Get to know your kids. The closer you are to your kids, the more they feel like you expect from them. Don't just use your kids as human beings walking back and forth across. And my daughter, my baby girl, she's 6 years old. She will be 7 in January, and she does have ADHD. She's unmedicated, and I feel so lucky to be her mom. I feel like she's so special. She's so wonderful, and God gives special people to special people. I can handle her. I have that warm heart for my baby girl. I do, and I love her. I love the mess out of her, and I have patience with her, and I have compassion about her, and we have talks, and I push her to get good grades. I push her to stay focused. I tell her how proud I am of her. When you are humbled in your life, you feel like you can take on anything. I don't like being bitter and holding on to grudges and being angry at my kids and not talking to them really for a week and taking away things and making them just as angry as me. Just talk to your kids. Because you know what? Those be the main ones. When they get older, they'll talk to you about anything. And you'll still have that higher authority. Now they can't pull one over. You're not going to pull one over on me. Okay, let's get that straight. But you can be a strong parent. You might not even know I don't want my kids just by looking at me. For real. You might think she a brick house. Nah, I wouldn't test her and this and that. Just the way my persona is in my Visionary Victoria videos. But that's me all day, baby. I could still be a brick house and be polite. I'm a very cool person. Okay? Hey, I'm just blessed, baby. I feel like I see the big picture. I don't want to be stressed out. I don't want my kids to try to stress me out. How about that? Our household is full of apologies. I love you, and let's try to make this work. What can we do to make this better? Seriously. You can really have it all. You just gotta go about it the right way. I love y'all. Stay blessed. I pretty much start off like, we live in a world where you're expected to be firm and stand your ground when disciplining. But looking into my children's eyes when they show compassion and they show that they really are sorry, it just melts my heart. I mean, my son is 3. 3-year-olds have tantrums, you know what I mean? And I teach him the right way to do things. And I teach him when he has tantrums over things that he cannot have at the time, that mommy is doing her best. And it makes me feel sad when you get angry at me because I can't give you what you want right now. 10 times out of 10, my son would say, I'm sorry, mommy, do you forgive me? Like, that's for real how he talks. That's how I raised him. I don't have to smack my son upside his head and all this and that. Like, no, for real. I've seen so much stuff. Even going to the schoolhouse, I see parents smack their kids upside their head and slap them in their face and this and that and whoop them hard. And it be stuff that children are going to do as children. You can't expect them to be super mature. So I just feel like the method that I'm doing is working best for our family. I mean, at one point in time, people were telling me I was weak as a mother, or your kid's not gonna respect you, and this and that. But I installed values in my kids, and I'm not gonna lie, it was a point in time where I did believe what people were saying to me, and I did start to become more firm on my discipline. But I regretted that. Let me tell you why. I feel like my kids, they lashed out at me more, and I felt like it was just bitterness in our household. I mean, the constant screaming, and it got to the point where they really didn't want to be around me, and I really didn't want to be around them. Like, it was tension in the house. I love my kids. They love their mother, but just having that negative cloud, that bad vibe and spirit of just angerness and just whoopings on sight and this and that is not healthy. It got to the point where I never went too extreme. Let me just give a disclosure. But it just got to the point, just basically off of spanking. My daughter, more so, she would get fidgety. She would get jumpy and she'd flinch, you know, if I just reach out to give her a hug randomly, and I didn't like that feeling. I mean, I remember myself feeling that same feeling during my upbringing or during my past abusive relationships, and I didn't like seeing my kids that way. I want my kids to respect me and enjoy me, not fear me. And I'd rather see my kids for who they really are than for them to respect me and fear me in the house, and then out on the street they want somebody to fear them. With no threats, but with no pushovers. And that's why I try to install in my kids, you ain't gotta jump at everything, but if somebody comes to you, that's when you handle it. You understand? So give that nasty nice to them. You don't have to walk around bitterness and so eager to jump, but still stand firm, stand your ground, but be respectful and be pleasant at the same time. I can be a leader of my household, but I could still lay down the law and respect my kids as well, just as much as I expect them to respect me. So I just go into depth about all that. Like, you really should read the article. It's full of a lot of goodies in there. Mic drop. Why is this door open? I thought I closed that. I'm the only one here. I'm freaking out. Nah, I left it open. I left this window open. Who is in my window? I mean, that ain't even a window, it's a door. Who is in my door? Who is at my door? If someone's at my door, clap your hands.